I think what happens a lot of times, if we're not careful, we start to think, someday, in the future, not today, but in the future, that's when I'm going to grow my business. That's when I'm going to do it. Not today, because I'm busy today, but soon, someday, not Monday, not Tuesday, not Wednesday, no, not Thursday, can't do it Friday, Saturday, got a lot going on, Sunday, nope, I'm going to do it someday. The problem is someday is not on your calendar. So what we're going to talk about today is how to achieve massive success as a business owner. And in my experience, having grown thousands of companies, having to produce millions of dollars for my clients, and with no exaggeration, I've helped to create many millionaires, and you can see those documented success stories at thrivetimeshow.com. I find that the vast majority of the clients that I work with, when I help them to achieve success, when I first meet them, when I first do that 13-point assessment, they usually don't know their numbers. They usually can't hire anybody, and they're also not good at marketing. So I want to fix all those today. They're not good at marketing. They don't have any leads. They don't know their numbers, and they can't hire anybody. So, Devin, are you psychologically prepared to have this discussion?
I am.
I'm glad that you're psychologically prepared to have this conversation. Ryan joins us here. Ryan, how are you, sir?
I am doing great, Clay.
Ryan, because this is an audio-only extravaganza today for a variety of reasons. Could you explain what the name of your company is and what you do?
Yes, so my company is Peak Business Valuation, and we help individuals understand the value of a company, whether you're looking to buy or sell the whole company or a fractional piece of the company.
So what we're going to do is we're going to go through these three areas, and I'm going to be taking notes here, and that way, folks, you can follow along on your description on the video or the audio today. So area number one, hiring people. Devin, you work with clients. Do you ever hear of clients say, I just can't find good people?
Yes.
You hear this?
Yeah.
Okay. Ryan, have you heard this before? Have you met with a client, a business owner? Have you ever had this thing where I can't find people?
Every day.
Okay, so we're going to address the three biggest issues. Okay, so we're addressing the three biggest issues that most business owners face. The three biggest issues that most business owners face. Okay, so step number one on the hiring front, you have to do a group interview every week. Or every week you have to interview a lot of people. So, Devin, at 5:30 every week, why do I do the interview every week? Sell me on the idea. I thoroughly believe in the idea. I've been doing the group interview. I've been interviewing people at 5:30 on Wednesdays. I've been doing that process, the weekly interview, for 20 plus years. But why do we have to do it? You see it?
Well, yeah, I see it every week. There's people that quit. Something happened. Someone could screw you over. So every week we have about 10 to 11 to 20 people that come. Imagine scheduling out 1 hour for 20 people in your week. So that's why we have the group interview.
Every week?
Okay. Yep.
So every week, anybody that applies for a job, we walk you through the steps. Okay, these are the specific steps. Every week we post on, Indeed and ZipRecruiter and whatever the most relevant hiring platform is at the time. It changes year to year, but we post on those things. People apply, and we say, we think you may be a good fit, and the owner of our company wants to meet you to see if you'd be a good fit. How can you come by this Wednesday at 5:30 for the interview? Could you come by this Wednesday at 5:30? And Devin, you know this. I do talk to everybody. I shake their hand. I do answer any questions they have. But why do I always do it at the exact same time?
Well, because that's what you've always been doing. That's why it's in your calendar, and it works.
No, okay. So Ryan, again, you are a man who helps to evaluate companies. Why is that an effective strategy to have the interview at the same time every week?
It's just consistency, and it provides an accountability at the same time. Like if you have it scheduled, you're going to do it, and everyone knows, hey, they're doing an interview at this time, and so it's just blocked out.
Interesting. And we do it every week. Now, Ryan, again, I'm not putting you up there as a hiring expert, but you are a man you've grown your business dramatically. I mean, since we've met you and we've been working with your company, how much have you grown as a percentage?
218%.
Okay, so now what would happen in your company if you couldn't find good people? What would happen?
Oh, it would hinder our ability to grow and scale effectively. And if one of my key team members, employees were to leave, then it would require me to take on their workload and to find someone that takes about 6 to a year to train to get back up to that speed.
There it is. Now let's talk about this. We've got a young lady, I'm not going to mention her name, but she's going with us on the Reawaken tour. And she's been here, I think, 2 weeks.
I think a week.
A week.
Yeah.
And she's doing a great job.
Yeah.
And so the other day I noticed she's doing a great job, and I thought, you know what? She's doing a great job, so I'm going to see if she would like to also do, because she's doing search engine content writing. So I thought, and the way my business works, everybody in the office learns search engine optimization, web development, graphic design, photography, videography, management, all those skill sets before they can become a business coach. They have to learn all those skills, otherwise it's hard to teach those. So I said, hey, why don't you come over to the sales team today, and we'll see how you do. And she did a great job. But again, I mean, from the time that we found her and hired her, she had to put a 2-week notice in, I believe, in her previous job. But she put in the 2-week notice. She joins our team, immediately fits into the culture. It's a good fit. But there were so many knuckleheads that I had to interview to find her. I don't even know. Devin, how many people did we have to interview before we found her?
Oh,
that month. Like in that month, how many people do you think you came in, you had to interview them, and you're an employee, you work here, you've been here almost a year, you've been here a year.
Yeah.
How many people just you go hard pass? Nope, not going to work. How many people weren't a fit before we found her?
It's like 9 out of 10. Like, so all the interviews from probably like February to now,
right.
We had her. Yeah.
Like 100 candidates.
Yeah.
Right. And when you do your interview, what percentage of people are a good fit for your culture? Because you run things with a spirit of excellence at Peak.
I would say less than 1%.
Yeah, see? I think people, this is the idea that I think people struggle with. They go, well, my industry is different. I need great people because I'm a doctor. And I go, that's exactly why you should do the interview. They go, why are you yelling? I'm like, I'm not yelling. This is the way I talk. Okay, but this is big, though, because a lot of business owners, I work with doctors, dentists, optometrists, lawyers, and once they start doing the group interview, they get all that time back, which means they're adding more value to every hour. Oh, hot tie-in. Back to you, Ryan. So you get Jim Rohn, the famous motivational speaker back in the day. He says, this is Jim Rohn, R-O-H-N. He says, you don't get paid for the hours you work. You get paid for the value that you add to every hour. Let me try it again. Jim Rohn, this is the quote. You don't get paid for the hour. You get paid for the value you bring to the hour. What? What am I saying? Ryan, how does that add more value to your hour if you're interviewing 40 candidates every week at one time as opposed to interviewing 40 candidates during 40 hours of one-on-one interviews?
Yeah, if I am interviewing one-on-one and spending 40 hours a week doing that, that means I'm unable to train my existing team and educate them and perfect their skill set. It means I'm not spending time working with clients one-on-one and helping them realize and see the value in the service that we provide. So it essentially takes me out of the business and what I'm good at to focus on finding that one person that might not even be in those one-on-one interviews.
Now, Devin, I'm going to have you read this stat here, okay? This comes out from the U.S. Chamber of Commerce, okay? This is not from clayclark.com. This is from the U.S. Chamber of Commerce. I'm putting this on the show notes, folks. But I'm just going to pull this up and put a link to it, okay? I'm going to put a link to it. I'm linking it up. This is not me. I'm not making things up. I'm not just saying things that are controversial just to get more clicks and likes and all those things, although I do get more clicks and likes if I say controversial things. But that's not why I do it. But it is a byproduct of it. Could you please read this quote from the U.S. Chamber of Commerce, please?
Oh, yes. According to the U.S. Chamber of Commerce, approximately 75% of all employees steal from work in some way.
Come on! No! Yeah, no! Yeah, no! No! Yeah, no! People say, what kind of people are they talking about? Okay, let's do another one here. 85% of employees do what on their resume? Okay, 1 second here. 85% of employees do what on their resumes, folks? Do they write drawings? Do they what, I don't know what they do. What do they do on their resumes? Are they spelling things wrong? What are 85% of employees doing on their resumes? Are they They get their name wrong. Is that the problem? Is that the big issue that people are not filling out the form correctly? It's Inc. magazine. I'll put a link here. And again, I'm citing all my sources. There's nothing that I'm saying here that's my opinion. But this is big. Okay, Devin, could you please read this here? Let me shrink the font down to a nice 12-point font so that our listeners can actually follow along when they get today's show. Okay, here we go. Feeling the flow. Yeah. Working it. Clicking. A lot of clicking. I know this is a great show, and the host does a lot of clicking. Here we go. Wow, this show's awesome. I love how much he clicks. Okay, what do you got there?
85% of job applicants lie on their resume.
Is that shocking to you, Ryan? Is that shocking that 85% of employees would lie on their resume?
No, because I used to stretch the truth as well when I was in college to get a job interview.
Oh, there it is. So again, I'm just trying to deal with the blockage. Someone has some blockage here. They're saying, I don't want to do the group interview because I'm a doctor. What? I work with optometrists. And guess what percentage? If you tell optometrists, if you said, hey, Mr. Optometrist, we would love to interview you Wednesday at 5:30. What percentage of the optometrists, Devin, do you guess, do you speculate, do you think show up for the interview?
For you or just for
optometrists? Yeah. I work with optometrists.
I feel like that's a better option because it's after work. It's at 5:30.
Well, what percentage of them do you think show up for the job interview, the candidates?
Oh, for the job interview?
Yeah.
50%.
What do you think, Ryan? Optometrists?
20%.
Oh, there it is. Yep. It's like 1 out of 5.
Wow.
And I'll tell you why. Because optometrists have been to optometry school, and a lot of them feel like they're a doctor. And so they'll go, I need to reschedule that. And they're so used to being, praised with accolades by their peer group. Because you're so smart, Daryl, you're good at memorizing. You should be a doctor. Now Daryl's 8th grade. Daryl, you're the best. You're going to probably be valedictorian because you can memorize stuff. Now Daryl, he's 12. He's graduating high school. Da, 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 da. Daryl is the man because he memorizes stuff. Da, da, Daryl is awesome. Da. And the winner of the whatever award goes to Daryl. And then Daryl, have you met these people?
Oh yeah.
And they're good at memorizing.
Yep.
Ryan? Have you met these people? Are you one of these people?
I am one of those people.
You get it though, right? You can memorize things.
I can memorize things. Yep.
School was easy for you. Am I correct?
Correct.
Yeah, see, it was easy for you because you can memorize things. Now, for people like me, I'm going, I don't get it. Can you repeat it again, please, Mr. Teacher? Mr. Teacher, can you repeat it again? And they go, I just told you that. People ask me on my show, why am I so repetitive? Well, one, because I want to stress a point, but also because I want to remember it. But this is big. So 75% of employees steal from the workplace, according to the U.S. Chamber. And 85% of employees lie on resumes. So every week, so last week, true story, we had an interview last week, and how many of the 24 candidates, Devin, showed up for the interview?
3.
Right.
Ooh.
Which is 1/8.
Yeah.
And do you know that the world we live in is becoming more like that, not less like that? So now once you find a good candidate, we want to have them shadow. Shadow. What shadow? Should I pay them for this? If you want to, shadow. What does that mean? Have them come to work with you during the workday while you're working. And I'm going to walk people through this process. I'm not attacking any of our listeners out there. But Ryan, how many of you, Ryan, would you testify that people tend to dress up nice for the group interview, for an interview?
Yes, they do.
It's interesting how it works. Okay, and then so they're dressed for their best to impress they're dressing the way they want to be addressed to impress, right?
Correct.
But then when they shadow, it's day 2, so maybe they aren't as fashionable. Maybe they are. I don't know. But day 2, when they start shadowing, you can start to see weird stuff. Have you seen the weird stuff?
Yes.
What kind of weird stuff can you pick up within 2 minutes, 5 minutes?
Well, just the environment here at Thrive is unique. So that in itself, you can just
American flags everywhere.
Yeah. Worship music. People aren't on the same wavelength as us. Anyway, but you can tell immediately, like as soon as they walk in.
You can tell.
They're overstimulated, overwhelmed. They're freaking out a little bit.
We had a lady years ago. Really funny story, Ryan. She's a designer and wonderful lady. I'm sure she was great. And she starts like kind of vibrating, like I like kind of shaking a little bit, like just kind of like over, like she's shaking, like she's got tremors or something. And I was worried about her health condition. I said, "Are you okay?" She said, "This environment has so much stimulation. I can't handle it." And she had to leave. It's a true story. She couldn't handle all the visuals. And, she needs to go get a government job.
Yeah.
And she had previously worked at a government job. I'm not kidding. She could not handle the music, couldn't handle the decoration, couldn't handle that every wall had something written on it. She felt the need to, read everything. She's like, "I can't do it." I'm serious, it was wild. So she's like, "I can only work here if you guys can maybe turn the music off." I'm like, "Not happening." Okay, so you have them shadow, and then if you like the shadow process, then you offer them a job. That's how you do it. That's hiring. And there's other shows I've done about hiring, but that's big issue number one. Big issue number two is nobody knows their numbers. Ryan, I mean, that's, when you say nobody, people start to say, "What are you doing? Are you generalizing?" Okay. Everybody doesn't know their numbers except for the one that does. I mean, Ryan, what percentage of time do you talk to somebody who goes to your website? And again, they're going to your website because they want to get their business evaluated, and they don't know their numbers.
Pretty much every time.
Interesting. Devin, why, when you, and I'm sure you have clients, they never have any clients that do this, why do we only work with 160 clients? And so, we don't work with thousands of clients, but we onboard a new client when someone goes to direct time, they schedule a consultation, and we decide if they're a good fit or not. Why do some people, not your clients, push back on the idea of tracking their numbers?
Because they're scared of the numbers. They're scared of the truth. Because the numbers don't lie. Fine.
Shakira says your hips don't lie, but that's a different show, maybe. But I want to bring this up. So I'm going to pull up some numbers here. Okay, I just paid a bill today. Let me pull up my bill. And I'm going to have Devin read the numbers so that way people can know these are real things. Okay, pull the numbers. Folks, give yourselves a mental drum roll. Joy to the world. Please stop. Joy to the world. Drum roll, please. Okay, here we go. Okay, so this bill is sideways, so it's hard to read. Yeah. What is that number right there?
That say 175,000?
No.
Oh.
Let's move it over here.
There we go.
What does it say?
Oh, okay. 75,864.
That's the bill I paid yesterday. Can you read off some of the crap that I got for that?
Yep. Let's see. Juniper, breakfast, rose, breakfast, juniper, coffee, rose, coffee, lunch, snacks, breakfast, coffee, lunch, coffee, snacks.
Apparently I love snacks and lunch. No, for the Reawaken tour we're taking to Miami, I just got the food bill, and I just paid it, and it was $75,000 for the food. Now let's look at this one. This is a good one. This right here is the bill for the shuttle. How much did I just spend on the shuttle?
The shuttle.
Let's see. Yeah, there you go.
$20,036.
Now, how many dollars is that? If you add those two errors, Brian, if you add up 20,000 plus 75,000, what's that number? You're the math guy.
95,000.
Come on. Now, if we have 3,000 people coming to an event, and let's say the average person paid $30, you can see, okay, wow, that happened quick. Now, I just showed you two bills.
Yep.
Now, I have a folder filled with bills. The audio visual, that's a good bill. If anyone has paid for audio visual for $3,000, man, I think we just paid it. It's a beautiful bill. And it comes in right on time. Ryan, you get it right. Have you noticed, Ryan, the bills, you get them right on time?
Yes, always. They always want their money.
Now, this is just for this is just for the gear, not for the people working it. This is just for the audio, not the visual, just the audio. How much is that?
Oh, $73,200.
Come on, you're so negative. Ryan, why don't people want to track their numbers? What's that all about?
One, they just care about their operations and the numbers are just an afterthought. Two, they don't understand or take the time to understand. And three, it just comes down to motivation and laziness.
So you measure what you treasure. This just in, folks. You should write that down. You measure what you treasure. What? You measure what you treasure. I don't get it. You measure what you treasure. I don't want you to say that again. Stop saying it. You measure what you treasure. Don't say it again. You measure what you treasure. I swear, if you say it again, I'm turning the show off. You measure what you treasure. And most people just don't look at the numbers.
Mm-hmm.
So Devin, you notice I'm building a building out there?
Yes.
Do you know what I'm building?
Is it, well, it's a garage for Aubrey's well-done lawns.
My son is 16, and I'm building him the Garage Mahal, the ultimate place for landscaping, because he's mowing lawns.
And is it also, like, apartment?
Yeah, apartment above it. Like a nice townhouse kind of thing, okay? It turns out it costs money to do it.
Yep.
So what you have to do is you have to know your numbers. So why, Devin, why with our clients do we obsess on making sure every week we track? Why do we, it's almost like bookkeeping is baked into the business coaching. Why do we do that?
Well, for one, they need to know their numbers and we need to know because we're tracking every single week. So we need to know if they're improving, if they're losing money. We need to know where the improvement is or where we need to improve. And it's just something that they just need to know.
I think a lot of people want business to be like Billy Madison.
Yeah.
I think people want it to go, oh, I see what's going on here. My business needs more marketing. Okay, I'll get some more marketing, and then the sales will come on in. That's nice. I need to hire some people. Maybe I'll make a print piece. Oh, look at that. There's a new person. I'll hire that person. I won't talk to the person. I won't train that person. I won't pay them on time, but I will hire them, and they better do what I want them to do, and I won't tell them what I want them to do. I just want them to guess. And I won't have a script or a system or a process. I just want to, oh, there's a penguin. Ryan, how do you help people fix their numbers? If people go to peakbusinessvaluation.com, how do you help people with their numbers?
Yeah, so we provide, in addition to helping them understand the value of their business, we also provide bookkeeping services to help them on a weekly and monthly basis see what money's coming in, what money's going out, and keeping track of it in great detail so that they can make better decisions on how to grow and make proper decisions.
Did you just say the word detail?
I did.
Scary. Detail. Finances. Certain people get freaked out by the look at the numbers.
Yeah.
Just show it to me. No! Get away. Satan. Demon. Demon Satan. I'm just sending you your bill. You're satanic. No, I'm a caterer, and you need to pay the bill. You're satanic. No, I'm a shuttle driver, and I need to bill you, sir. You worship Satan. You take your Baphomet outfit off. No, I work for the IRS, and I'm just here to deliver your bill. Just die, you demon. There's a lot of emotion with the finances. A lot of people.
Yep.
I don't know. Am I alone in this? Ryan, do you see this? The people with the finance, they get a little overwhelmed, a little bit emotional.
They get overwhelmed, and a lot just treat business like a personal bank account. And so at the end of the day, they don't realize how much they're actually pulling out to pay for their own personal lifestyle. And so there's too much to look at when it comes to expenses that they can't separate business versus personal. So it's convoluted, and it takes time to separate those.
First off, you're one of the few people that I know who says convoluted before 10 a.m. I just want to point that out, that you have a plethora of words that you throw down, and your mastery of the English language isn't the only reason that I love you. And your alacrity and vivaciousness is not the only reason that I want you on this show, but it's a big part of it. I mean, are you a wordsmith? Do you run around your house? Do you quote yourself often? Do you write down, I should write down what I just said and put it on the wall? Do you do that often?
No, I'm one that loves to make up lyrics to music. And so, but
Do you really?
oh yes, it's one of my favorite hobbies to do in a car.
I knew it. Wordsmither right there. Telltale sign of a wordsmither. Making up their own lyrics to songs. That's a party foul, folks. If you have a lazy mind, you can't have a lazy mind and be an active thinker. There's a lot of people that I do have lazy minds, though. It's like they're asleep. They don't want to deal with the profundity that they are where they are because they went there. What? A lot of people don't want to deal with the issue that they are where they are because they went there. What am I saying? They don't want to deal with the issue that they are where they are because of the choices that they made. You know, I have a person right now in my life I'm dealing with a pretty exciting situation. And this is a true story, Ryan. This person calls me and says, is there any way you could speak highly of me on your show? I go, no. I go, well, why not? I'm like, well, it's a miracle that I don't speak negatively on you on my show. I mean, that's a miracle right there. But then the person said, what do you mean? I said, they go, I just wanted to see if you could speak positively about me on your show. I'm going, no, I will not speak positively about you on my show. But, well, why not? Because you're a bad person. You know? And so, but this person wants to buy stage time at the Reawaken Tour.
Mm.
You know? And they have a history of scamming people. And they want me to speak highly about them on my show. And I'm going, no. And they'll text me, what, can I buy speaking time? No. But it's interesting how that works. So your reputation is just the result of the action steps you've taken day after day after day. It's what you've done habitually day after day after day. And the third area, accounting is just accounting. You're taking account of the numbers, looking at how much came in, how much went out. You have to do it. And if you are a coaching client, we do help you with that as well. And Brian will help you as well. Again, if you want, go to peakbusinessvaluation.com. They've got incredible turnkey bookkeeping services. Or if you're a business coaching client, we help you with that. And then sometimes the level of detail that we do, maybe you need more than that. And then Ryan's team does that. Or you need to get your business evaluated. Then the value of your business isn't based upon how many hours you work there. No. You see, because you don't get paid for the hour, you get paid for the value you bring to the hour.
Mm-hmm.
You see? So the value of your business is determined by the value that you deliver for the hour. And if you can't hire good people, and if you can't do your accounting, that's a problem. And the third area I want to address today is marketing. I'm going to do just a 90-second marketing memo for you. Marketing is just getting in front of your ideal and likely buyers. So step one, you have to determine who your ideal and likely buyers are. All right, step one. Step two, you figure out, where are these people? You know, if you're marketing to soccer moms, okay, where are they? On a soccer field? Okay, there we're starting. Okay, so who do you market to? Okay, who are your ideal and likely buyers? And you got to figure out the three most effective ways to reach these people. So for the Reawaken Tour, the three most effective ways happen to be, I do interviews on people's shows. That's what I do. Occasionally, some of the speakers will promote the event to other friends and family. And the third is I have a massive database of people that have subscribed to our show, to our resources because they want to stay in the know about how to grow a business or about what's going on in America. And I will send out alerts to these folks and let them know what's going on. And that's how we market the Reawaken Tour. So if you're listening today and you don't know how to market your business, that's kind of more of the weeds of what we get into when we schedule a 13-point assessment with you, a one-on-one. Ryan, do you remember where you were when you first reached out and scheduled said 13-point assessment?
Yeah, I was working out listening to Entrepreneurs on Fire, got the call to schedule that 13-point assessment, and I just sat in front of my computer in awe of someone who knew nothing about my business model that could take experience and blow it up.
And how much have you grown since that time again as a percentage?
218%.
See, it's because you took action. So knowledge without application is meaningless. What? Knowledge without application is meaningless. What are you saying? I'm saying knowledge without application is absolutely meaningless. And I encourage everybody out there today to take action. And the three calls to action I would give you today is one, go to Peak Business Valuation. If you need to get your business evaluated, you need to figure out what it's worth. You need to determine the proper valuation of your company. Go to peakbusinessvaluation.com. Two, if you haven't attended one of our in-person 2-day interactive business workshops, get those tickets at thrivetimeshow.com. We do them every 2 months. I've done them every 2 months since 2005. What? I've been doing business conferences since 2005, and you can get those tickets at thrivetimeshow.com. Or third, if you want to schedule a one-on-one business consultation, kind of a conversation about your business, we would love to help you. Those are free consultations. You can schedule those today at thrivetimeshow.com. Ryan, I'll give you the final word. What say you, sir?
Oh, put me on the spot.
I'll take you off the spot. I'll get back to the spot.
So when it comes to building your business, it just takes time and scheduling. So like this morning, I wrote 5 articles on appraising equipment for different businesses. And I hate writing, but I knew I needed to do it. So schedule and do it. So be a diligent doer.
Be a diligent doer. What gets scheduled gets done, folks. Again, what gets scheduled gets done. And we're going to end today's show, this segment of today's show with a boom, because boom stands for big, overwhelming, optimistic momentum, and that's what you need to succeed. And then part 2 of today's show, we're going to interview Gabe Salinas, I believe, with Window Ninjas. And so it's going to be a blasty blast. And Gabe Salinas is also a longtime client success story. So we're getting to the boom. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Boom!
Ryan, take care. Have a great day, dude.
Oh, you too. See you, Clay. Bye.